Welcome to Extreme Living, and I'm your host, Marian Grob. Well, I'm a life coach in Hollywood, and we bring these special programs to you so that you can have a personal coaching experience at home. I want to tell you that all my shows for you are designed for your destiny. So I want you to get ready because we've got a powerful show today, and what I'm going to share is going to bring a huge breakthrough in your life. We're going to go to a place that is beyond where you are now. And I want you to really be encouraged about where you're going in life, what is happening in your life, and even the things that aren't working out, that they're all turning around for your good because there's a major breakthrough coming in your life. Destiny is progressive. It's not a destined place. It's a place where you're always learning, always growing, and it's about your purpose in life. And everything that happens is orchestrated for a purpose on your behalf. Whatever adversity has come into your life, that the greater your adversity, the greater your destiny. But today, I want you to think about where you're going. Maybe you lost sight of a dream. Maybe you feel like the dream that you had was the impossible dream. But I want to tell you, there is a position in life that you can get to where the impossible becomes possible. Have you ever just been in a place where you needed a miracle? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about miracles, but just not the extreme miracles that a lot of people perceive as a miracle, but we're going to be talking about miracles that come into your everyday life. And you know, maybe right now you're in a situation and you really need a miracle today. You know, not yesterday, not tomorrow, not next week, but you're in a place without a miracle, you don't know if you're going to make it. So you need a miracle today. Things that have been created in the universe, they were created in the unseen realm before they were actually seen. So if we understand the Creator and how He fashioned the earth and how things were made, it was in the unseen realm, the spiritual realm, and then it became manifested in the physical. Everything that happens in our own life is much the same way. And we as people virtually set everything in motion and draw things to our lives by our actions, by what we say, and what we believe. If you give up and you don't have any hope and you feel like everything is lost, then what hope do you have? In other words, if you give up, there's nothing to believe for. So today I want to tell you that a miracle in your life is a real thing. Divine intervention in your life is a real thing. So do you believe in miracles? That's my non-believers that I want to call them. They'll tell you, oh, well, it's just a hoax. There's no belief, there's no reason, that a miracle would ever happen. And it's just a fable written in books. And it's just a movie fantasy. And it's just make-believe. So there's nothing to it. My favorite non-believer that I have seen of all times, because I'm one that's I'm not a foreigner or a stranger to miracles. I've had many happen in my life, so I can talk about it. But my favorite skeptic is the one who is desperate for a miracle, and they're not going to make it if something doesn't switch, something doesn't happen, something doesn't come into their life that's going to help them. But they are the biggest skeptic, but then all of a sudden the miracle shows up. And pretty much in a second's time, they're a believer that a miracle is real. If you're in a crucial situation and you will not believe and you doubt and you're negative, that is where the miracle will die. It's a birthing place, a conceptual place. So if in that time your need is so great that you're a person that just says, I'm going to believe no matter what. I'm just going to whether it's real or not, I'm just going to believe. At that time, their miracle came alive when their faith and their hope was ignited to believe. So what you believe does not change the reality of whether a miracle is real or it's not. All of a sudden, you get in the biggest crisis of your life. Then what do? Do you believe? Or is the crisis too big? Do you think because of what you're going through, nothing is going to happen? This is when it's critical. It seems to be that faith is gone when we need the miracle the most in order to move forward. So many times we need divine intervention. We need something to happen that we can't make happen, something that just comes into our life, whether it's a favor that you get from a person, whether it's something that comes your way, an opportunity, whatever it is that you need. Have you ever felt like you have been just thoroughly tried and tested? Sometimes we go through those seasons in our life before a blessing comes into our life. We feel like we've been just thoroughly tried and tested, as though life has just chewed us up and spit us out, and there are no answers to be found. If you are in that place, I want you to understand that this is the best place you could find yourself in, even though that it's hard. You are not alone, because what I want to say is everybody today is fighting some kind of battle. And it's what you do in the middle of that battle that makes all the difference. I tell you that if you will allow something on the inside of you to change, many other things around you will change. The reason that mindsets are destructive is because our thinking really creates a climate around us, and that can be turned if our thinking will get back on track. You're listening to me today and you're saying, well, what does all of this have to do with miracles anyway? Well, I want to tell you only everything, because you know what? You need help that's bigger than you are. And so this is why I want to talk to you about the miracle realm. I love it when the worst things in life happen and suddenly the divine begins to reveal itself, and so boldly that there is no mistaking or no denying that it happened. I can tell you that I had, more than one time, doctors tell me that I was terminal. And I chose to believe in God. I choose to believe in miracles. And I knew I had a destiny, and I knew I had a purpose. And my purpose was to always help people and to empower people and to enrich their lives. And I knew that my purpose was not finished. And I just declared in that time I was going to live. And so what I want to say is some miracles have a happy for us. In other words, they do a heart good. And some are just not for receiving a miracle, or sometimes it's not for who the miracle's for, but sometimes the miracle sends a message to other people. And so this miracle came with a message. See, sometimes if we see it for someone else, it will encourage us in our own life. There are miracles that come in different forms and levels, and we don't recognize that they're miracles, because we just think of it. Maybe it just happens when there's an emergency, but there are miracles that release unusual favor, open doors, and if we could just get, how things happen in life that should have never happened, that was a miracle. You need a miracle. They are found where they are believed and where they are anticipated. And there's a difference. I think about that commercial of ketchup where they talked about anticipation and, making me wait, and so you have to wait on the ketchup to come down. Well, and this is humanity and miracles, they're like trying to look at the ketchup jar to make sure the ketchup is coming down, and so they want to make sure it's coming or it's not coming. But, the one that waited and anticipated for the ketchup to come out, they knew slowly but surely, that ketchup was going to come out. So maybe that is what it is, that a miracle is flowing into your life, and maybe you don't have the patience or the faith to believe that it's going to happen, or maybe you keep checking and wondering. But I just want to say, open up your heart, because it's in your response and what you can believe. Because you know what? Doubting things will kill a lot of things that we could have had in life.